Gusto ko pong tanungin ang ating kagalang-galang na ombudsman. Base po dito sa SALN na isinumiti po ninyo dito sa committee, maaari niyo po bang i-confirm na yung SALN po ng ating Vice President noong taong 2007, habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao, ay may declared net worth na 7.250,497.
For the guidance of the justice members, the question is anchored on the 2016 SALN. So,
2007.
2007.
2007.
COMSEC kindly flash the concerned SALN for the guidance of the members.
2007. Declared net worth.
Your Honor, I will just read the content ng 2007 SALN ng ating Vice President. And it is stated here na ang kanyang net worth is 7,250,497.
Okay, so kinukonfirm po ninyo. Tama po.
Yun po yung nakalagay dito sa SALN
thank
niya.
you po.
Can we flash the amount of net worth? There. 7,250,000.
All right. So dito po sa 7,250,000 sa kanya pong SALN, magkano po yung kanyang dineklara na cash at saka cash deposit?
Again, reading from the SALN submitted by the Vice President, yung cash on hand and bank niya for the year, various years acquired is 2 million.
2 million. Okay, thank you po. Doon po sa kanyang 2008, sabi po niya, ang declared net worth po ng ating Vice President at that time, Vice Mayor po siya, noong 2008, is 18.493,616.65. Tama po ba to? Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, based on the 2008 submitted SALN, the net worth of the Vice President then is 18,493,616.65.
Okay. At magkano naman po ang dineklara niyang cash at cash deposit po sa kanyang SALN noong 2008?
Ang declaration po niya dito sa kanyang 2008 SALN is 2 million din po, Your Honor.
2 million na cash. Salamat po. Punta po tayo sa kanyang SALN noong 2009 habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. May declared net worth po siya na 18,821,264.65. Tama po ba?
Please flash 2009 SALN.
Your Honor, again, reading from the 2009 submitted SALN of the Vice President, ang kanyang net worth then is 18,281,264.65.
Ano po? 18 million
281,264.65.
at 281, sorry. Okay. At magkano naman po ang kanyang dineclare na cash at cash deposit po dito?
Based on the submission of the Vice President, the cash on hand bank was 2,800,000 po.
2,800,000. Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa 2010 na SALN ng ating Vice President habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. Meron po ditong nakadeclared na net worth na 16,242,886.65. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, again, based on the submission of the 2010 SALN by the Vice President, her net worth then was 16,242,886.65.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung halaga na idineklara niya na cash at cash deposit po sa kanyang SALN noong 2010, SALN?
Based on her submission, the cash on hand bank during the time was 3,661,622.
Alright, maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa 2011 na SALN po ng ating Vice President habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. May declared net worth po siya na 14,271,148.45. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, reading from the from the 2011 SALN submitted by the Vice President, her net worth then was declared as 14,271,148.46.
At magkano naman po ang halaga ng kanya na dineklara po niyang cash at cash deposit sa kanya pong SALN noong 2011?
The declared cash on hand bank for the 2011 SALN was 3,931,125.80.
Okay. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2012 na SALN habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. Meron po siya ditong declared net worth na 22,116,101.93. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Again, Your Honor, reading from the submitted 2012 SALN of the Vice President, her declared net worth was 22,116,101.93.
At magkano po yung kanyang dineklarang cash at cash deposit po sa nasabing taon, 2012?
Your Honor, yung declared cash on hand bank niya for the 2012 SALN was 4,320,532.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Pumunta naman po tayo sa kanyang 2016 SALN habang siya po ay alkalde po ng Davao. Dito po meron po siyang declared net worth nilang mag-asawa, no? 34,895,997. Ito po ba'y kinukumpirma ninyo?
Again, Your Honor, reading from the submitted SALN, 2016 SALN by the Vice President, ang nakalagay po dito na net worth niya is 34,895,997.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung kanyang dineklara na cash at cash deposit sa kanyang 2016 SALN?
Dito po sa kanyang 2016 SALN, ang nakalagay po na cash on hand bank, 3,750,760.
Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2017 SALN. Habang siya po ay alkalde ng Davao City, sabi po sa kanyang SALN, siya po ay nagdeklara ng 44,828,759. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, reading from the submitted 2017 SALN of the Vice President, her net worth then was 44,828,759.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung kanyang declared cash at cash deposit noong taong 2017?
Based on her submission, Your Honor, the cash on hand and bank was declared to be 6,368,596.
Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2018 SALN habang siya po ay alkalde po ng Davao City. Tama po ba na ang declared net worth po nilang mag-asawa ay 49,699,728? Kinukonfirm po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, again, I'm reading from the 2018 submission, SALN submission of the Vice President. Ang kanya pong declared net worth then was 49,699,728.
At magkakano man po dyan yung kanyang declared na cash at cash deposit noong taong 2018?
Based on her submission, Your Honor, ang declared cash po niya was 3,795,000.
All right. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2019 SALN habang siya po ay alkalde po ng Davao City. Ang kanya pong declared net worth nilang mag-asawa ay 55,613,051. Tama po ba to? Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, I'm reading the 2019 SALN submitted by the Vice President, and it is stated here that her net worth for then was 55,613,051 po.
At magkakano naman po yung kanyang cash at cash deposit noong taong 2019?
Your Honor, based po dito sa submission niya ng 2019 SALN, wala po nakadeclare na cash on hand.
Wala
or
po,
bank.
walang cash or cash deposit na dineklara? 2019. Tignan po ninyo na maigi.
Your Honor, after checking it again, wala po nakalagay na
Alright.
cash on hand.
Wala pong cash
Or
on
bank.
hand. Dumako po tayo sa kanyang 2020 na SALN habang siya po ay alkalde ng Davao. Meron po siyang dineclare na net worth nilang mag-asawa, 56,583,735.01. Kinokonfirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, again, reading from the submitted 2020 SALN of the Vice President, ang declared net worth po niyan at the time was 56,583,735.1.
At magkakano naman po yung kanyang cash at cash deposit noong taong 2020?
Your Honor, based on this 2020 SALN, wala pong nakadeclare na cash on hand or cash deposit ang Vice
Wala rin
President.
pong cash tsaka cash deposit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Paki-double check po ninyo.
Your Honor, after checking it, we can confirm na wala pong nakalagay na cash on hand or deposit na declared sa 2020 SALN of the Vice President.
Okay, thank you po. Punta po tayo sa kanyang 2021 na SALN habang siya po ay alkalde ng Davao. Ang kanya pong declared net worth nilang mag-asawa po dito ay 65,308,841. Tama po ba? Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, again, I'm reading the 2021 SALN submitted by the Vice President at ang declared net worth po niya was 65,308,841.
At magkakano naman po yung kanyang declared na cash at cash deposit sa kanyang SALN noong 2021?
Your Honor, based on the 2021 submitted SALN of the Vice President, wala pong declared cash on hand or bank deposits.
So 3 taon na po na wala siyang declared, 19, 20, 21. Tama po ba?
Based on the submitted SALN, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2022 na SALN habang siya po ay Vice President. Ang kanya pong declared net worth nilang mag-asawa ay 71,058,841. Tama po ba? Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, again, I'm reading the 2022 SALN submitted by the Vice President at ang kanyang declared net worth for that year was 71,058,841.
At magkakano po yung kanyang declared na cash at cash deposit noong taong 2022?
Your Honor, based on the 2022 SALN submitted by the Vice President, wala po nakadeclare na na cash on hand or bank deposits.
Pakisiguraduhin po ninyo, baka namamalikmata lang po kayo.
Give us a few seconds, Your Honor.
Na ba to?
Your Honor, based on our second look for this SALN, wala din po talaga nakalagay na cash on hand or bank deposit.
Okay, so pupunta po tayo sa 2023. Dito po, meron pong sa kanyang SALN, meron po siyang declared net worth nilang mag-asawa, no? 77,508,841. Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, based on the submitted 2023 SALN of the Vice President, ang nakalagay po na net worth niya for that year was 77,508,841.
At magkakano naman po yung kanyang declared na cash at cash deposit noong taong 2023?
Your Honor, based on the 2023 SALN submission by the Vice President, wala pong nakalagay na cash on hand or bank deposits declared.
So sa 2023, wala pa rin po.
Wala po, Your Honor.
Okay. So, punta na po tayo sa kanyang declared SALN for the year 2024. Ang sabi po dito, meron po siyang declared net worth na 88,512,370.22. Tama po ba to?
Your Honor, based on the 2024 SALN submitted by the Vice President, the declared net worth then was 88,512,370.22.
At magkakano po yung kanyang cash deposit? Declared cash at saka cash deposit noong taong 2024.
Your Honor, reading from the 2024 SALN of the Vice President, wala pong nakadeclared na cash on hand or bank deposit for that year.
Wala pa rin po.
Yes, Your Honor.
So sa madaling salita, yung kanya pong cash na dineclare was only from 2007 up to 2018. Tama po ba?
Based on our received copies of the SALN, Your Honor, yun po yung lumalabas na years na meron po siyang declared cash on hand and bank deposits.
At noong 2019 at 2024, kahit na 5 po, wala po siyang dineklara na cash at saka cash on hand. Tama po ba?
Based on the submitted SALN, Your Honor, wala pong nakalagay na cash on hand or bank deposits.
Kahit 5 po?
Wala pong nakalagay, Your Honor.
Edi wow. Thank you po, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chua. Any other member who wish to raise clarificatory questions?
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Barbers is recognized.
Um, Good morning, Honorable Ombudsman Remulla. Gusto ko po lamang humingi ng clarification sa inyong tanggapan. Based po sa SALN ng taong 2007, si VP Sara Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Manasseh Carpio ay mayroon pong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod. One, Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation. Kinukumpirma nyo ba ito?
Si Attorney Karen Bato po yung pwede sumagot.
Yes, salamat.
Thank you. Attorney Bato is recognized.
Again, reading from the 2007 SALN submitted by the Vice President, the business interest and financial connections declared then was the Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, and City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation.
May we flash the concerned SALN? What year is this, Honorable Barbers?
Now, 2008.
2008, okay. Now 2008, the focus is on the list of companies?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2008, si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Manasseh Carpio ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod. One, Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation. Two, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. Three, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation. Kinukumpirma nyo ba ito?
Your Honor, reading from the 2008 submitted SALN of the Vice President, ang mga financial connections and business interests declared therein were Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, and City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation.
Salamat po. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2009, si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawang si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod. One, Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation. Two, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. And three, City Hall King Chow's Food Corporation. Kinukumpirma nyo ba ito?
Your Honor, based on the 2009 submitted SALN of the Vice President, the declared business interests and financial connections were the following: Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation.
Salamat po. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2010, si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroon business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod. One, Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation. Two, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. Three, City Hall King Chow's Foods Corporation. Four, SGT Fortune House Corporation. And number five, CYKT Inc. Kinukumpirma nyo ba ito?
Your Honor, I'm reading from the 2010 submitted SALN of the Vice President, and the declared business interests and financial connections for that year were the following: Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation, SGT Fortune Horse Corporation, and CYKT Incorporated.
Salamat po. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2011, si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroon ding business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na negosyo. Number one, Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation. Number two, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. Three, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation. 4, SGT Fortune House Corporation. 5, CYKT.Inc. Corp. And number 6, Zelta Matiem Salon. Number 7, 3 Kids Inc. Kinukumpirma nyo ba ito?
Based on the 2011 SALN submitted by the Vice President, Your Honor, the following were the declared business interests and financial connections. Davao Emerging Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation, SGT Fortune Horse Corporation, CYKT Incorporated, and Celta Matiem Salon.
Salamat po. Sa taong 2016, based naman ho sa SALN ni VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Mans Carpio, ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na negosyo. Number 1, Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. Number 2, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. 3, Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 4, Times Square B Foods Corporation. 5, SGT Fortune House Corporation. 6, CYKT Inc. 7, 3 Kids Inc. Tracking Services Inc. And number 8, Zelta Matiem Salon. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, I'm reading from the 2016 submitted SALN of the Vice President, and the declared business interest and financial connection for that year were the following: Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, Metro City Chow Foods Corporation, Times Square B Foods Corporation, SGT Fortune Horse Corporation, CYKT Inc., 3 Kids Inc. Tracking Services, and Celta Matiem Salon.
Salamat po. And base naman po sa SALN ng taong 2017, si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroon din hong business interest and financial connections sa mga sumusunod na kumpanya. 1, Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 2, Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation. 3, Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 4, Times Square B Foods Corporation. 5, CYKT Inc. And 6, Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines Inc. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, again, I'm reading from the 2017 SALN submitted by the Vice President. Ito po yung kanyang mga declared business interests and financial connections. Davao New Royal Taipan Corp., Davao Bounty Times Food Corporation, Metro City Chow Foods Corp., Times Square B Foods Corp., CYKT Inc., Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines Inc.
Maraming salamat po. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2018, si VP Duterte ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga negosyong sumusunod ng mga kumpanya. 1, Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 3, Times Square B Foods Corporation. And 4, Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines Inc. Kinukumpirma niyo po ba ito?
Your Honor, base po dito sa sinumiting SALN ng ating Vice Presidente noong 2018, ang kanyang mga diniklarang business interest and financial connection ay ang Davao New Royal Taipan Corp., Metro City Chow Foods Corp., Times Square B Foods Corp., Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines Inc.
Salamat po. Based naman po sa SALN ng taong 2019, si VP Duterte ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na kumpanya. 1, Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 2, Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 3, Times Square B Foods Corporation. And 4, Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc. Ito po ba ay kinukumpirma ninyo?
Your Honor, based on the 2019 submitted SALN of the Vice President, here are the business interests and financial connections declared for that year. Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation, Metro City Chow Foods Corporation, Times Square B Foods Corporation, Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc.
Salamat po. Punta naman po tayo sa taong 2020. Si VP Duterte ay mayroong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na kumpanya. 1. Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 2. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 3. Times Square B Foods Corporation. And 4. Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc.
Your Honor, based on the 2020 submitted SALN of the Vice President, the following are the declared business interests and financial connections. Davao New Royal Taipan Corp., Metro City Chow Foods Corp., Times Square Beef Foods Corp., Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc.
Dito naman po tayo sa SALN niya sa taong 2021. Si VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroon pong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na mga kumpanya. 1. Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 2. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 3. Times Square B Foods Corporation. 4. Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc. 5. Carpio Duterte Lawyers. 6. Kale 88 Foods Corporation. 7. 888 Bistro. And number 8, Mandayao Fisheries, Inc.
May we just request for a confirmation? No need to read again.
Okay.
Okay, Your Honor, we can confirm from the submitted SALN of the Vice President for the 2021 that those mentioned by the Honorable Congresswoman were the declared business interests and financial connections for the 2021.
Okay, salamat po. Bali, 8 ho yun, ano? Based naman po sa SALN ni VP Duterte nung taong 2022 at ng kanyang asawa na si Attorney Mans Carpio ay mayroon din pong business interest and financial connections silang mag-asawa sa mga sumusunod na kumpanya. 1. Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 2. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 3. Times Square B Foods Corporation. 4. Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc. 5. Carpio Duterte Lawyers. 6. Kale 88 Foods Corporation. 7. 888 Bistro. And number 8, Mandayao Fisheries, Inc. Bali, 8 po.
Your Honor, based on the 2022 SALN of the Vice President, we can confirm that those you mentioned were those business interests and financial connection declared therein.
Salamat po. Sa taong 2023, sa SALN ni VP Duterte at ng kanyang asawang si Attorney Mans Carpio, may nakadeclare po ng mga business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod na mga negosyo. 1. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 2. Davao New Royal Taipan Corporation. 3. Times Square B Foods Corporation. 4. Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines, Inc. 5. Carpio Duterte Lawyers. 6. 888 Bistro. 7. Kale 88 Foods Corporation. Number 8, Mandayao Fisheries, Inc. Number 9, Mati City Ice Plant and Cold Storage, Inc. Number 10, Amianan Shores, Inc. And 11, Geometry Security and Investigation Agency, Inc.
Your Honor, again, basing on the 2023 submitted SALN of the Vice President, we can confirm that those you mentioned were the business interests and financial connections declared therein.
Salamat po. Ngayon pong sa taon pong 2024, ang SALN ni VP Duterte at ang kanyang asawa na si Attorney Manasseh Carpio ay mayroon din pong business interest and financial connection sa mga sumusunod po na kumpanya. 1. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation. 2. GenCorp Industries Inc. 3. Carpio Lawyers. 4. 888 Bistro. 5. Cali 88 Foods Corporation. 6. Madayaw Fisheries Corporation. 7. Mati City Ice Plant and Cold Storage Inc. 8. Amyanan Shores Inc. 9. Geometry Security and Investigation Agency Inc. And 10. Cable Tow 88 Shipping and Marine Services Inc. Kinukupirma niyo po ba ito?
Your Honor, reading from the 2024 submitted SALN of the Vice President, we can confirm that those 10 business interests and financial connections that you have read were declared by the Vice President in her 2024 SALN.
Salamat po. So, tama po ba na base sa mga SALN ni VP Duterte at ni Attorney Mans Carpio ay kada taon ang mga business interest nila ay dumadami?
We cannot make any conclusion on the ano po, basta kung ano lang po yung binasa ninyo, we can confirm na yun po yung nakalagay sa SALN nila, Your Honor.
We know
Yes.
the answer of Attorney Bato.
Okay. Madam Chair, manifestation.
Yes, you may proceed.
Sana po ay merong maipakita sana sa atin kung ano ang importansya o reason ng pagdami ng mga interest sa mga negosyo ng mag-asawang Duterte Carpio. Like paglaki ng kanilang income, net worth at halaga ng kanilang yaman. Anyway, that's all, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Barbers. Any other justice member who wish to raise questions to the Office of the Ombudsman?
Madam Chair, manifestation.
The Honorable De Lima is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Observations on what I hear, on what I saw on the screen, and the presentation of those SALNs from 2006 to 2024, the latest in the possession of the Ombudsman. Latest po yung 2024,
Yes, Your Honor.
so wala pa po yung 2025.
We have not received the submission of the 2025
For
SALN of the Vice
2025. So the
President.
latest is 2024.
Yes, Your
Tatlong
Honor.
obserbasyon po. Yung kanina, yung tungkol nga po, sa questioning po ni Honorable Joel Chua, yung kapansin-pansin na mula 2019 to 2024, the respondent,
Honorable De Lima, kindly speak closer to the microphone. And may I share as well the matrix prepared by the Secretariat with respect to the information gathered from the SALNs of the respondent. Kindly flash the matrix of the SALN of VP Duterte. This may help Honorable De Lima in her clarificatory questions.
thank you, Madam Chair. So can we see it, please? The matrix on the first point of observation that I'm making. Yung tungkol po doon sa wala na pong naipakita o wala na pong naideclare o report na cash in bank or cash on hand from 2019 to 2024. Pero nung mga una ay meron mga rini-report na mga cash on hand or cash in bank. So mali ho atang matrix yung nakalagay dyan. Yung dapat po makita natin, yung matrix na pinapakita na wala na nga ng mga rini-report na cash on hand from 2019. Yes, it's there ho pala. So from 2019 to 2024, wala na pong cash on hand or cash in bank. Para sa akin po, ang biglaan at tuloy-tuloy na pagkawala ng deklarasyon ng liquid assets because cash on hand and cash in bank are liquid assets. Sa kabila ng dati, meron naman na mga halaga ng mga cash on hand, cash in bank ay nagdudulot ng pagdududa sa kawastuhan at kabuuan ng subsequent SAL-ends ni VP Sara. Second point of observation, Madam Chair, tungkol naman po sa liabilities. Nakita rin po natin na as to liabilities, VP Sara declared 6,954,454 in 2016. Nandyan ho ba yan? Yung liabilities, 2016, 6,954,454. At sa 2017 naman, liabilities of 6,313,188 in 2017 and 6,119,113 in 2018. At sa 2019 naman po ay 3,460,790 and 2,490,105.90 in 2020. Kapansin-pansin po na mula 2021, tanging ang kanyang asawa na si Maneses Carpio. Nagre-reflect ho ba yan dyan? Na tanging yung kanyang asawa na si Maneses Carpio ang may dineklarang mga liabilities at wala nang iniulat na utang o liability ni VP. Mako-confirm ho ba yan?
Your Honor, I'm reading from the 2021 SAL-N submitted by the Vice President, and it is stated there that the liabilities was a personal loan from various creditors po by Attorney Manasseh Carpio.
Yes. How about on the part of VP Sara herself? Meron pa ho ba ng mga report na liabilities in 2016, beginning in 2021? Meron ho ba report na liabilities?
Let me check, Your Honor, with regard to the 2022 SAL-N of the Vice President. Based on the submitted 2022 SAL-N of the Vice President, the liabilities stated or declared therein was a personal loan of Manasseh Carpio. That's all, Your Honor, for the 2020.
Maneses Carpio. How about
Opo.
2022? So no VP, no Sara Duterte.
For the 2023 SAL-N, Your Honor, based on the submitted SAL-N by the Vice President, the liabilities declared therein was a personal loan of Manasseh Carpio, Your Honor.
Again, of Maneses Carpio and not Sara Duterte. 2024, please.
For the 2024 SAL-N, Your Honor, reading from the submission of the Vice President, the liabilities were declared to be loans of Manasseh Carpio only, Your Honor, from various
Again,
creditors and
only
banks.
Maneses Carpio and not Sara Duterte. Observation with respect to this, for the record, Madam Chair, ang ganitong biglang pagbabago sa paraan ng pag-uulat ng liabilities ay lubhang kahinahinala at nararapat siya sa atin, as it may indicate reclassification.
Louder, Honorable De Lima, please.
Ang ganito pong pagbabago sa paraan ng pag-uulat ng liabilities ay lubhang kahinahinala at nararapat siya sa atin, as it may indicate reclassification or possible circumvention of full disclosure requirements. One last point of observation, pagdating naman po sa net worth. So pinakita po kanina, we can again show po the matrix. We can,
Please flash the matrix.
the respondents declared net worth increased from 34,895,997 in 2016 to 71,658,841 in 2022, the year she assumed the office of Vice President. Sa loob lamang ng 2 taon, ito ay lalo pang umakyat sa 512,370.22 noong 2024. Obserbasyon po, ang ganitong mabilis at medyo malaking pagtaas ng yaman with the absence of declared liquid assets and the diminution or transfer of liabilities ay nagbubunsod ng seryoso ring pagdududa hinggil sa veracity, transparency, and integrity of the Vice President's financial disclosures. So those are my observations with respect to the SALENS. Maraming salamat po.
The observations of the Honorable De Lima are noted by the committee.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Keith Flores.
Madam Chair, I just have a few questions for the Ombudsman. Madam Chair, every government employee is required to fill up a SALN, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in that SALN, di ba, may sa bottom niyan is may waiver. No? Every government employee in filling up a SALN also executes a waiver. Tama po ba?
Can we show the last page of the SALN just for reference to the question of the Honorable Flores? Please flash last page of SALN. Attorney Batu?
Your Honor, I'm reading the 2024 SALN, the last page of which reads, I hereby certify that these are true and correct statements of my assets, liabilities, net worth, business interests, and financial connections, including those of my spouse and unmarried children below 18 years of age living in my household, and that to the best of my knowledge, the above enumerated are names of my relatives in the government within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity. I hereby authorize the Ombudsman or his/her duly authorized representative to obtain and secure from all appropriate government agencies, including the Bureau of Internal Revenue, such documents that may show my assets, liabilities, net worth, business interests, and financial connections, to include those of my spouse and unmarried children below 18 years of age living with me in my household, covering previous years to include the year I first assumed office in government.
So yeah, yan nga. But that applies to all, di ba? All government employees.
Yes, Your
Sa
Honor.
standard siya in all SALNs na
Yes.
sinasubmit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, yung second paragraph kasi it says na it authorizes the ombudsman to conduct an investigation or something like that, no? Tama ba? Or to look into. Oo. To gather documents also. Yung second paragraph pa.
Based on this second paragraph, Your Honor, the Ombudsman can look into the or can secure from other government agencies yung mga documents
Yes.
pertaining to the SALNs. po.
And based on that, parang paragraph, in fact, it does not even require a complaint to be filed for the ombudsman to look into these things.
Yes, Your Honor, because it's included in our functions that we can conduct a motu proprio investigation.
Who's with you, Attorney Bato?
I'm with Assistant Ombudsman Armando Sanchez Jr., Your Honor.
Sir, would you be in a better position to answer the questions? Kasi I noticed that our title is parang Central Records ata yung si Attorney
Assistant Ombudsman Sanchez is recognized.
Good morning, Your Honors. Yes, sir. We confirm that we can conduct motu proprio investigation.
Based on that portion of the SALN.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, in this particular case, sir, was there an investigation ever conducted on the part of the Vice President?
Your Honor, please, with all due respect, we are not, we have no knowledge or idea if there is ongoing investigations against the PP.
Ongoing or previously wala talaga?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi there were
please.
reports before, di ba? I've read in the newspaper a long time ago na may investigation na kinonduct. That's not true. You're not confirming it.
Honorable Flores is reminded to confine the questions to what appears in the SALN,
I
subject
see.
matter of the subpoena.
It's just related to the waiver, madam. Anyway, I'll withdraw that question. No? So ano na lang na sa waiver na yan, You just answered na wala kang alam na investigation being made by the Ombudsman as of now.
Your Honor, as far as I'm concerned, I have no idea or knowledge regarding any investigation, Your Honor.
So, are you speaking on your personal capacity as an ombudsman or for the ombudsman as an office?
Your Honor, as Assistant Ombudsman, assisting the records officer of the Office of the Ombudsman, Your Honor.
So, not as for in behalf of the entire office of the ombudsman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meaning somebody else might have knowledge or information about it, but not you.
I confirm, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Just for the record, the last question of the Honorable Flores springs from the waiver that appears at the last page of the SALN, whether or not, as a consequence of the waiver, there is any past or current investigation being conducted by the Office of the Ombudsman. That's for the record.